shocked will you be to know about the sudden disappearance of a ship and its re-emergence in a completely different harbor just in a span of a few minutes? Well, such a thing happened for real. On 28th of October 1943, Eldridge, the destroyer from the United States Navy, vanished from the Philadelphia port. Under highly mysterious circumstances, it reappeared again in Norfolk, which is located 500 kilometers to the northern side. Once more, it disappeared from Norfolk and reappeared in Philadelphia. Is this bizarre event a part of the infamous Philadelphia experiment? How surprising it is to know such a sci-fi event taking place for real. Stay with us till the end of the video and get ready to know about the most bewildering experiment in the history of science. Let's go! Tales from the American destroyer named Tulsa, which was not visible to the radar owing to the working of the stealth technology, made people recall the great mystery of Eldridge. These are the ships that had acted as sites of teleportation experiments of the great scientists Albert Einstein and Nikola Tesla. Well, let's go back to the Philadelphia event. Soon after, scientists and expert military personnel rushed towards the ship in utter horror after it reappeared in Philadelphia. They witnessed the most unexpected thing for the first time ever. All the crew members were present, but they had sustained intense burns. Worse, some of them even got flanked by flames. Others had got stuck in the ship's hull in such a weird manner that rescuing them seemed to be the most difficult task ever. Immediately after the event came to light, the government did not delay canceling the project. Every possible record of the eerie experiment was apparently removed. The government was almost on its way to attaining success in concealing details about the event, had not Morse K. Jessup entered the scene. Jessup is a somewhat weird author and had written the book The Case of the UFO. In a surprising turn of events, Jessup received a letter that was signed by a person named Carlos Miguel Allende. He claimed that he was a true eyewitness of the Philadelphia event. All this time, Allende was allegedly working on the Fruset that was anchored at a close distance to where the event happened. Over the next few months, both Jessup and Allende continued exchanging messages that contained disrupting information. When the Philadelphia event occurred, it was in 1943 when the Second World War was taking place full-fledged. Then it came out that the U.S. Navy was experimenting with lethal scientific technique of teal transportation. And guess what? This was being done by making use of Tesla coils that were developed by Tesla. It was done as a measure of defense from the submarines of the Nazi side. Surprisingly, no one succeeded in finding Mr. Allende for real, because while writing the letters to Jessup, he mentioned a return address that is actually a desolate farm inhabited by no one but creepy guests. However, the U.S. experiment on teleportation did not go as expected. It was a dangerous one because several crew members got lost forever in the continuum of space-time. To conceal its fault and avoid criticism, the U.S. Navy made all the survivors and sailors go through a process of hypnosis so they forget every bit of this incident. The Navy simply wanted to remove the effect cast by the events from their brains. Several people started spreading the news that all these sequences of events about Jessup's mention of Allende's letters are nothing but a well-thought-out plan to make the Navy fall in trouble. However, the journalists worked hard to look for witnesses who vouched for the fact that the Philadelphia experiment was actually endorsed by the U.S. Navy. Later, two other men named ALFRED BIELEK and John Titor came to the surface and claimed that they had traveled through space and time, much like Nikola Tesla's ship. Well, it's not known whether these people were telling the truth. However, one thing can be said with clarity that on this day in 1943, Nikola Tesla's coils were indeed used in the ship at Philadelphia by the U.S. Navy. Mysteries are still enveloping this event. But let's wait and watch if the modern scientists succeed in discovering something conclusive. What are your views about this insane experiment? Let us know in the comments section below. Make sure you have pressed that like button and tap the subscribe button to keep watching for more exciting videos. See you soon in our next video.